Thank you again for coming today. I really appreciate everyone who's able to show up. One of the things I wanted to start my presentation off with is a little hole in the ground you might know as Kubo. So not quite so little, but for those of you who don't know, Kubo is the Cornell University Borehole Observatory, and it's a hole nearly 2 miles deep into the surface, which is an opportunity for a living lab on campus. So essentially, we've been able to study the rock layers in Ithaca and also to develop an Earth source heat plan that could potentially warm our entire campus using solely water, which is incredible, completely something I'd never heard of before. But what was most impressive for me was the turnout of people who were able to inform us about what's going on at Kubo. So there we are as a team. I was able to meet with the project team leads at Kubo itself. So me, some interns, as well as community members all got together to ask all of our curious questions to these people who just have such a vast amount of knowledge. And after that experience, I was so excited. I went home to one of my friends and I told her all about it. And her response was, "But isn't it blocking out the stars?" So hi, my name is Katrien Waard, and this summer I had the opportunity to work with the Cornell Sustainability Office as a communications intern. One of the main things that I was involved with was a large-scale website update, which involved revising language, changing visuals, and improving cohesion on secondary pages. So not quite Earth source heat, but it's all connected because I found that I had to really understand the projects in order to explain what was going on when I was redesigning those pages. I expected a lot of challenges going into it. For example, science is really complicated. Scientists are really smart, and I had to, in a very easy to understand manner, explain that science to a very intelligent community, Cornell. But what I found is that Cornell isn't just intelligent, they also are very opinionated. So while I saw a large-scale opportunity for reducing fuel burning and energy waste across the world, my fellow Cornellian saw a short-term light pollution problem. So therefore, my challenge going into this, and one of the big questions I had, was how do you explain sustainable projects around campus to a community that is sustainable-minded, but they have their preconceptions about what sustainability means? So now that I've hit my sustainable word quota, here's what I learned this summer. Okay, so as I said, the big thing that I ended up doing was actually website redesign. So as you can see, these are the Sustainable Campus Initiative pages. These pages are sort of like the intro to a textbook chapter. Not a lot of people end up reading them, but they're essential nonetheless in redirecting people and telling them what exactly you'll find within those secondary pages. It introduces readers to projects on campus and different opportunities as well. However, if you're looking at this, you might be a little bit overwhelmed with just how different they are and also with the amount of text on the page. There's not really a cohesive plan going on here, and that was one of the big challenges that I faced while redesigning them. So with that in mind, and the page purpose as a tool for redirecting people to opportunities, I needed to find a better way of communicating. And as many of us know as communicators, one of the key things is knowing your audience. Here at Cornell University, we are really sustainably minded people. So according to our website actually at CSO, 85% of students believe that climate change is one of the most pressing issues of our time. And I even learned that along the way at communication conferences. Audience is key. According to the climate optimist who writes a weekly newsletter, the focus can really be on who you want it to be. So for example, her audience isn't people who don't believe in climate change, but rather the people that are going for that information and need the optimistic climate knowledge. So for me, my audience wasn't going to be the 15% of people who are as climate minded, but rather those who are interested in sustainability on campus. Also, most of the readers already know a lot. You've got a lot of people who are interested and invested in climate change, so I didn't need to re-explain information that they would already be looking for present. What I was really trying to do was focus on opportunities for them to find what they actually want to know and learn what they're actually interested in. And those original pages just weren't doing their job. So I got the opportunity to lay out opportunities for them and also provide those areas where people can actively engage. Like my friend who didn't really know how to engage with the Earth source heat conversation. So by providing that information and also outlets, I was hoping to create a more engaged community. So now that we know my audience, which is members of the Cornell community looking to see what Cornell is doing and how they can get involved, I had that in mind when going about the actual redesign, which you can see here. Little clap for the visuals, guys. They're pretty good. Thank you, thank you. So as much as text still exists on this page, it's intentional. There's value to a 2-sentence intro at the start of each web page. And they also have links directing you to different areas so you can immediately know where you want to go if you're looking for more information, which was one of the main things I wanted to get done. The other thing that I added to the pages that wasn't originally on them was a take action section. Collective action is one of the main tools that we have as environmental communicators. And by focusing on that right at the top, you're really getting people involved with sustainability on campus. Individual action is seen as something that doesn't have as big of an impact, but by connecting people with like-minded individuals, I was trying to create the opportunity for people to really work together. I also included a lot of lists. So the list format that we originally had as paragraph was changed to buttons so that people can just click on images, which are much more visually appealing and also easy to see all at once. Rather than like a block of text, you can see all of the different initiatives as images and how you could then engage with those. And then I included bullet points, so even though there is a lot of text, it's organized in such a manner that you can sort of see where you want to go. And if you do end up scrolling, because again, the people on these pages are really interested in the subjects, you'd be able to find deep dives into like what's going on in each of these 6 different campus initiative sections. So those were my main focuses when I was putting this together, and the goal was really improving visual consistency, so all of the pages look very similar to this one. And then directing readers to the numerous projects we have going on at Cornell, which I also got to really learn about over the summer. And then also to engage people with involvement opportunities. Not only is there a take action section, but one of the buttons includes participating in campus programs, so that's an option for students as well. So therefore, people like my friends would be able to really engage and be part of the climate communication and conversation and creating a dialogue amongst everyone. So I guess to answer my question, the answer for how to deal with sustainable-minded people and their preconceptions of sustainability is to open communication between sustainability projects and curious minds and build bridges to find solutions. So just for final thoughts, I want to thank the CSO team. They taught me a lot over the summer. This was at one of our events. We had the mini house come in and teach us about energy efficiency, which was really cool. And I had an amazing time learning everything and meeting all the people and being really involved with Cornell's sustainable mission, so much so that I've continued to work with them for the fall semester. It's really exciting. It's just a wonderful group of smart, dedicated, and thoughtful people, and I really appreciated that as well. And then my final nugget for all of you here today, thank you again for coming, but not everyone will listen. But by providing opportunities and disassembling obstacles to information, we hope that someone will be more likely to gain something from our information. So thank you all today. Thank you for all your hard work, and thank you for coming.